Morning, Matt.
Good morning. I am clearly not.
I think you're muted.
Oh. No.
Or maybe my volume was off. I can hear you now. Where y'all headed?
I can hear you.
Where y'all headed?
We are headed to the gym right now.
Nice.
So we will not make it in time to move, breathe, meditate, but we are going to be spending the day hanging out at the gym. So
Cool.
I just wanted to check in and say good morning.
Cool. Good morning. I will see you at noon today.
Excellent. I will see you in person then.
Cool. I'm going to get
All right,
so that I can be efficient with time this morning.
Yeah, perfect.
All right, brother. I'll see you at noon. And for those of you catching this recording later, we're going to go ahead and get started. Find some space where you have some good room around you. Anchor your feet deep into the floor. Take a nice, big, conscious breath starting in the stomach, rising up to the chest, and then all the way up to the clavicles. Hold that space and squeeze the stomach as you push that air out. Let the shoulders roll back and keep that chest open. Anchor your feet into the ground. Fire the glutes, fire the core, fire those rhomboids behind the scapulas, keeping the chest open. Take a deep breath in, hands come up. Curl those fingertips in, firing all of the muscles in the hands while keeping your thumbs pointed forward, and start your forward shoulder circles. You're initiating this motion from the shoulder joint, while keeping those shoulder blades tucked back and while keeping the neck nice and long. Let the thumbs start to approximate together. And as you do this, don't let your lumbar spine collapse. So keep those glutes firing, keeping the core engaged. Continue to breathe tall. And when you get to the middle, reverse the circles. As your hands drift to the outside, let the palms drift until they're facing up. And when they're facing up, squeeze those rhomboids and squeeze the scapulas together. Kiss the scapulas. Stretch the fingertips away from the elbow pits. Reach the elbow pits away from the armpits. Hands come back to neutral. Forward shoulder circles as the hands start to drive up overhead. As they drive overhead, continue to breathe deeply. Continue to engage the core. Keep that pelvis tucked so that the lumbar spine doesn't collapse here. And when you get to the top, reverse the circles. Hands are drifting all the way down back to neutral position onto the side and squeeze those hands together. Pull the rhomboids back. Squeeze the hands together with about 10 pounds of pressure. Take a deep breath in. Open up to the right. Elbows the farthest point. Another deep breath here. Unhinge this shoulder joint. And open up the rest of the way. Head goes. Chest follows. Stretch. Close that hand down in the next inhale. Squeeze the hands together. Exhale, drop the scapulas back and down. 10 pounds of pressure in the fingertips, a nice sphere of tension. Exhale, the left hand goes. Elbows the farthest point back. Inhale, open up. Exhale, squeeze and stretch. Inhale, close the hand back down. Beautiful. Now we're going left hand over top, lean to the right. Good, and go to the left. Excellent. Back to the right. And over to the left. One more to the right, crunching down. Good. And final to the left, crunching down. Good. Hands come up into extension. Lift from the rib cage. And then down into flexion. Inhale, reach and extend. And exhale and flex. Inhale, lift, reach, extend. And flex. One more inhale, lift, reach, extend. Excellent, come all the way overhead. Hands come overhead, clasp the fingers together. Nice big stretch here. Drop those shoulders down and get some nice big shoulder circles. How far can you paint that circle above you? Trying to keep the spine rather neutral here. Initiating all of this motion from the shoulder joint. And now initiate the motion with the rib cage. So we're getting more spinal motion here. Reverse the direction. Good, hands come down to the hips. Get some neck mobility. Inhale into extension. Exhale into flexions. Inhale, extend. Exhale, flex. Inhale, extend. Exhale, flex. Inhale, come back to the neutral. Exhale to the right. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, lateral bend to the left. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, bend to the right. Inhale, neutral. And to the left. Inhale, neutral. One more to the right. Inhale, neutral. Final lateral bend to the left. Inhale, neutral. Rotate to the right. Inhale, neutral. Rotate to the left. Neutral. To the right. Neutral. To the left. Neutral. Final rotation to the right. Neutral. Final rotation to the left. Come back to neutral and rotate the hips. Keeping the spine straight, we're focusing this motion on the SI joint. It's where your sacrum articulates with your ilium, the big hip bone. Reverse that direction. And now bring the feet together and we're gonna rock the pelvis more now. This is where we're really focusing that motion into the actual hip joint. It's a ball and socket joint, so you wanna be rocking the hips as you go through this, feeling the full edges and ranges of motion of that ball and socket joint. It's a great stretch to be doing in the morning. Reverse the direction. Good, hands come down to the knees, and let's rotate the knees. Might hear some clicking and popping in your ankles as you've been sleeping. Things start to harden up. The body is a vessel of adaptation, so if you don't move for 6 to 10 hours while you're sleeping, depending on how much sleep you get, reverse the direction, the joints will start to seize up a little bit naturally. They'll start to get a little tight. And so first thing in the morning, it's really great to get all this new motion in the joints to wake up the body. All right, go ahead and stack your weight into the left foot. Lift that right foot just barely off the ground. Find your balance. And then bring that leg to a 90-90 position, 90 at the hip, 90 at the knee. Rotate the ankle. Now rotate the ankle in the opposite direction. Good. Close the hip down. Open it up. Close it down. Open it up. Back to that neutral position. Extend the leg behind you. Heel is the furthest point. Nice, strong, single leg hip hinge as the hands meet the floor. Fire through that back leg nice and strong before bending the knee and reaching for the sky. Excellent. Straighten the leg back out. Slowly bring the body back up. Slow and controlled is the key here. Knee's gonna come all the way to the chest. Good. Drop that right leg back down. Stack the weight into the right foot. Just barely lift the left one off the ground. Find your balance. Then bring that left knee to a 90-90 position. 90 at the hip, 90 at the knee. Rotate the ankle. Reverse the direction. Close the hip down. Open it up. Close it down. Open it up. Back to neutral. Slow and controlled, single leg hip hinge. Try to straighten that leg behind you. Heel is the furthest point. Fire through the quad, bend the knee, reach for the sky. Straighten the leg back out. Bring the body up. Let the foot pass the floor. Knee to the chest. Excellent. That's going to be our standing flow for today. Let's move down to the floor. We're going to start in the kneel cat-cow position, quadruped position, and do some cat-cows. So inhale, go into extension. Exhale into flexion. Inhale, extend. Exhale, flex. Inhale, extend. As you extend, pull the hands towards the knees. And as you flex on it, exhale, push the hands away from the knees. Inhale, pull the hands towards the knees. Exhale, push away. Sit back into the heels. Stretch the hands in front of you, a nice deep child's pose. Walk the hands a foot out to the right, sit into that left heel, opening up the left side of your body. Big breath here. Walk your hands out to the left, sit into that right heel. Big breath here. Hands come back to the middle. Back into this quadruped position. Curl the toes underneath you. I'm going to back up a little bit. Curl the toes underneath you. Hover those knees off the ground and come into a forward plank position where you're leaning in front of the ankles or wrists. Excellent. Now drop back into the charge position. As we come forward, the right knee is going towards the left elbow. And then as we come back, that right foot's going to open up the right side of our body. Reach for the sky. Come back down, right knee to right elbow. And then back into the charge position. Keep the knees hovering off the ground. Left knee, right elbow. Left foot to the sky. Left knee, left elbow. Back to the charge. Right knee, left elbow. Right foot to the sky. Open up the side of your body. Reach high. Right knee, right elbow. Back to the charge. Left knee, right elbow. Reach that foot high to the sky. Left knee, left elbow. Back to the charge. Hold this position here. Come up into a plank, load those wrists. And from here, a deadlift push-up where we drop down and then come back up, come into a down dog. Come back into that plank. Another deadlift push-up. Back into a down dog. Come back into that forward plank. One more deadlift push-up. Back into a down dog. Walk your dog. Try to get those heels on the ground. Try to get the sacrum lifted up to the sky. Excellent. Drop the knees back down. Sit back into the heels. Open up those lats one more time. And then come all the way up. Next, we're going into our kneeled position. Right knee's on the ground, left foot's up. Top of the foot is placed on the ground. From here, hands on the hips, start to rotate the hips out. And as you do, really tuck that pelvis forward when you come forward to open up this front quad and hip flexor here. Reverse the direction. Come back to neutral. Hands come overhead. Drop the shoulder blades down. Inhale, lean to the left. Exhale, rotate right. Inhale, reach and extend. Good, come back to neutral. Come back to that neutral position. Inhale into extension. Exhale into flexion, tuck the pelvis. Inhale, extend. Exhale, flex and tuck. Inhale, extend. Exhale, flex and tuck. Inhale, come back to neutral. Hands come back down behind the glutes, just on the top part of that hamstring. Let that front foot come forward a little bit, and then drop the hips down while pushing that femur into the ground. Deep, deep stretch into that groin. Good, come back up. Switch sides. Right leg's forward, left leg's back, top of the foot is on the ground. Hands on the hips, rotate the hips. Remember to keep that pelvis tucked as the hips come forward. Reverse the direction. One more. Excellent, hands come overhead. Exhale, drop the shoulder blades down. Inhale, lean to the right. Exhale, rotate left. Inhale, reach. Exhale, come back to neutral. Inhale, extend. Exhale, flex and tuck. Inhale, extend. Exhale, flex and tuck. Inhale, extend. Exhale, flex and tuck. Inhale, back to neutral. Hands drop down to the back of the hamstring, just below the glutes. Let that front foot come forward a little bit and drop deep into a lunge while pushing that femur into the ground. Excellent, come back up. Let's go ahead and move into breath work. For breathwork today, we're going to do a series of box breathing. So box breathing is a really good technique to help return your nervous system to a nice, calm, easy state. This is also helpful to help you fall asleep at night. And today, we're going to use it to quiet the system so we can receive in meditation. So start with postural ease. Stack your ears over your shoulders over your hips. Sitting tall in your sit bones. I do recommend doing this one seated. Hands are palms facing up in the state of receiving. Let your hands start to relax and fall into the position that feels most natural. Roll those shoulders back and let the shoulder blades tuck into the back pockets as you open that chest up. Find a position where they just float. Relax the wrinkles in the forehead, the tension in the neck. Let the cheeks get soft and the ears fall down. The idea of box breathing being that we're returning our nervous system to that state of calm and peace. We're activating our parasympathetic nervous system by breathing into the diaphragm, by breathing into the stomach. So try not to breathe so much with the chest and try to really open up that stomach on the inhale and to close it down on the exhale. The box breathing method will be 4-second inhale, followed by a 4-second hold, followed by a 4-second exhale, and another 4-second hold to create that box. I will cue when we inhale, when we hold, when we exhale, and when we hold again. We'll do a handful of rounds following the box breathing for just a few minutes, and then we'll move directly into meditation. Start to quiet the mind, start to quiet the body. A couple normal breaths here. One more breath in and out. And here we go. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. 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 Inhale. Hold.
Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. And breathe normal. Today we're going to move through a B space meditation. In this meditation, I want you to acknowledge all of the space that you take up, all of the space that is supporting you on the inside, and all of the space that is suspending you on the outside. Start again with finding postural ease. Notice if your ears are stacked over the shoulders, if the shoulders are stacked over the hips. Notice if the chest is open and if the hands are palms facing up in the receiving position. Now micro-tune your system for a little bit more ease. Any part of your body that's whispering at you, that you may be feeling, that may be distracting you. Start to micro-tune that part of your system. Breathe space into that joint and find where you can find that float state, that state of ease. And I want you to take a breath in and feel all of the discs in your spine start to fill up like airbags, starting at the base of your spine and coming all the way up to your neck. One big breath. And now on the exhale, hold that space and that new height and that new tallness that you're sitting in and let the air go. You might notice that on the exhale, a little bit less air came out than came in. That's you beginning to suspend yourself in space. Now breathe into the rib cage and flare those ribs open nice and wide. And as you exhale, see if you can maintain that new space in your chest. Breathe space into the neck. You can do this by taking a nice breath in with the jaw wide open. And then closing the mouth, exhaling through the nose, keeping that throat nice and wide and open. Breathe space into the shoulder joints. Hold that space as you exhale and feel suspended in the shoulders. Travel down into the hips and breathe space into the hip joints. You may feel some sensations in your pelvic bowl. That's the hips opening up. Hold this newfound integrity in your entire core, from the hips to the stomach and the spine, to the ribs, to the shoulders, to the neck. This newfound space. Now bring your awareness to the tips of your eyelids. You feel the cold air kissing the tips of your eyelids. Bring your awareness back one layer deeper to the inside of the eyelids. Notice if you see any flashes of color or changes in light while your eyes are shut. Bring that awareness back one layer deeper to the center of the eyeballs. Can you notice the space between your eyes? Can you feel that space and that separation? Can you maintain your awareness inside the center of each eyeball and not just bouncing back and forth from the right to the left? What do you notice as your intent converges between the two? Pull that awareness back even deeper to the back side of the eye sockets. You may notice the visual field getting a bit darker here. Tones of blues and purples are often common in this area. From the back of the eye socket, we're going to travel down the optic nerve into the brain. Pull that awareness back and travel deep into the cranium, deep into the center of the brain. And while here, we're going to breathe space into our cranium, creating ease and space for our brain to sit with ease and suspended inside the center of the skull. A nice deep breath in. Do a nice 360 around your brain. Checking in with any part of the inside of your head space. I want you to imagine the inside of your head space like a bowl. The inside of your cranium, the inside of your skull, like a big bowl that the brain is sitting in, suspended, floating. Notice the color of your bowl. Notice the material the bowl is made of in your mind's eye. Start to trace the edge and the surface of that bowl starting at the front, right between your eyes, above your brow, going around in a clockwise direction, and notice if there's any cracks or chips, any bumps, any rough areas as you smooth this bowl out, traveling all the way around your bowl, cleaning it off one layer at a time, creating more space and more ease for your cranium, more space and more ease for your brain to be suspended, more space and more ease for thoughts to flow through freely, more space and more ease for knowledge and learning, more space and more ease for thoughts to follow actions and for actions to follow thoughts. More space and more ease to live a mindful life connected to purpose. Continue to clean that bowl, going all the way around and ending back where you started in the middle of the brow. And once you're complete, another deep breath in. All the way up into the cranium, feeling that new space. Start to travel down the spinal cord, feeling space in the spinal cord, traveling down past each vertebrae and each disc, checking in with yourself for ease, noticing any areas of tension and breathing space into those areas like the little airbags that they are. Common areas for discomfort, dysfunction, and compression are where the neck meets the back, where the bottom of the rib cage meets the top of the lumbar spine, and where the bottom of the lumbar spine meets the pelvis and the sacrum. Check in with each of these transitional segments. Feel what you feel. Notice what you feel if you bend to the left or the right a little bit, or add a little bit of rotation or some flexion or extension. Notice where you can feel that perfect ease and that perfect state of bliss and float. Begin to float your system from the inside. Beautiful. Now travel outside of the body and create an orb 3 feet away from the body, like a perfect sphere of energy floating outside of you. And with this sphere of energy, create a bit of an anti-gravity field. Feel your body suspended as you breathe externally. Feel the ease on your skin. Feel the fascia begin to unwind and unlock. Feel the muscles become soft as they are now suspended in space. Feel all of the joints in your limbs soft and floating. Feel your body begin to float in space. The marriage of conscious breath internally and externally is how we can create ease in a moment's notice. The ability to create space inside of our body can decompress a joint that is aggravating us. The ability to breathe space externally and outside of our body is that ability to create space and support for our body to find ease. These little tricks can be tools to help to calm the mind, calm the body, calm the spirit when things in life get a little bit agitated. Use these tools and use these tricks whenever you need.